Then y'all be saying, don't nobody want no woman that's 40 or 50 years old. Just like y'all have them little young ass girls, y'all know how many young dudes want older women. Just like y'all can make them young girls feel good, them little young guys can make us feel good too. Make it seem like we the best thing that ever happened to them. They make us feel good too. Then y'all be
Hey, yo, black men. Yo, this is insane. And I don't understand guys who are really out here doing this. When I was in my like early mid teens, like 15, 16, the thought of it sounded cool. But by the time I got to my 20s, I wasn't really thinking about this. Again, some guys, you're different. Again, my standard has always been high. I don't really care to have, a really high body count if all I'm smashing are fives. It's a lot of guys out here who probably have, 50, 75, 100 plus bodies. But I mean, if you want to really talk about it, think about it for real. Okay, let's say a guy has 100 bodies. You think, and especially knowing how black men be, oh yeah, bro, she bad, bro, she bad. When you see her, she's a five, but her ass is fat. So black men say she's bad. Okay, a lot of dudes, you're comfortable smashing a bunch of fives, a bunch of fours, and you can say, okay, I got 100 bodies, compared to the guy who, let's say, he smashed 25 females, and out of the 25, he averages a six or a seven, 6.57. You know what I'm saying? That dude is hitting better quality than the other guy who has 100 bodies. You feel me? You got 100 fours under your belt, 105s under your belt. Maybe you have 1 8 at the highest. Again, it's not that many baddies to go around. So you can't sit here and say, oh yeah, I smashed 100 chicks and they all nines, they all eights. That's cap. That's cap. It's not that many to go around. And if you believe it's that many baddies to go around, your standards are low. Like I've said, I've heard black men call Lizzo a seven. So if guys are calling Lizzo's sevens, I know for a fact you dudes are not hitting nothing quality. Again, I'm gonna make another video about quality and I'm gonna really dive into that topic. But in this video, it kind of talks about the quality a little bit. But you see this black woman right here talking about YNs, younger men, make old women feel good because older men aren't checking for older women. See, the fact is, nobody wants a worn down battle axe. Nobody wants anything stretched out already. Nobody wants something that's coming with baggage, attitude. You feel me? You're narcissistic, demanding. No one wants that. No one wants that, man. You can't teach an old dog new tricks. You feel me? And she's talking about how YNs are with older women. See, I've noticed this, right? And I'm not sure what kind of shift is causing this, but I've noticed that for some reason, I mean, I guess older men being with younger women has kind of always been a thing. So that's kind of normal. But now they're trying to normalize younger men being with older women. And for guys who are in my age range, and especially in my generation, Gen Z, what they're trying to do is is propagate us, right? What they're trying to do is set us up and put us in position and kind of socially make it acceptable for older women to be with younger men. Because it's looked down upon, and only in the States, it's looked down on older men when they get with younger women, only because older women are stuck being alone. But the reality is, those same older women who are stuck being alone, you was overlooking so many guys in your 20s, so many guys in your late teens, even in your early 30s, you were still overlooking men because you were stuck in this mindset of, oh, he has to be this. Oh, he has to be that. Oh, you know, they are the most superficial when it comes to guys. Again, I'm gonna save that for another video. But when it comes to them, see, not only they're trying to normalize younger men being with older women, the reality is younger men aren't doing that by choice. It's almost pretty much, I mean, it is a guy's choice to deal with an older woman, but it's only because this is pretty much guy's only option. And again, I'm talking about what I'm seeing. I know more than one, more than three, more than five younger guys. Again, guys in my age range, 26, 25, 27, 24, 23, dealing with women who are over 35 years old. When I was moving into, well, not when I was moving in, but when I already moved into my first apartment, right? I met a attractive older woman, and you know, in my apartment building, I lived two floors above her. And I remember she said, "Man, how do you walk up all them stairs?" Like she was complaining about the stairs. So that automatically showed her age, right? And I never asked her her age, but based off the fact that I was pretty much the youngest person living in that neighborhood, I knew everybody who lived around me was guaranteed over the age of 30. When I moved into that apartment, I was 23 years old. At 23, right? And the female I'm talking about, because I actually got introduced to her friends, and the friends had a little bit of interest in me, and the girl who I met in my neighborhood has some interest in me as well, and they're all in their 30s, and I'm thinking to myself, well, as a 23, 24-year old man, what am I doing with a woman in her 30s? Some guys might say, oh yeah, bro, you can use that as practice. At 24 years old, shouldn't I be using, and I'm not 24 right now, but at that time, again, just a young man in general, forget me. If you're in your 20s, why do I want to use a woman who is 35 plus, 40 plus, 45 plus as practice? Some guys might say, bro, that's not a bad idea. Is it but why? Why am I using something older than me, 10 years older than me as practice? No, no. See, that's what I'm saying. They're trying to normalize it. They're trying to make it socially acceptable when in reality, these young dudes, and she talked about the young guys make you feel special. It's funny when they talk about that. Again, these young dudes, trust me, I'm not gonna talk too much because I know what's really going on in those kind of situations. And it's really just a hit it and quit it type of situation. These young dudes, you saw what Huncho did to I think it was Kelly Rowland or whatever young black female artist he was dating for a little while, or Keisha Cole, was it? Whoever it was, but these older women, they'll get with these younger guys to quote unquote make them feel good. It's because older men are not checking for them. And younger guys feel like, all right, well, if she can give up some money, it's gonna work out well. Listen, even my mother told me this. If a woman is older in age, right? 40 plus, 50 plus, and she's single, if she wants to date a younger man, like I'm pretty sure women understand this, you pretty much have to pay for that younger man. Yes, you're paying for him because usually the younger men that you're going for, if she's 40, she's not going for younger men who are, 35 years old. I mean, yeah, he's younger, but in her eyes, he's still, on the older side. Again, read the comment section on these videos, man. Listen, this comment section has over 10,000 comments. Younger guys are in those comment sections. Older women are in the comment sections. They're talking about this. Older women have to pay for these younger men because they're looking for men in their 20s. They always talk about, oh, he got stamina. Oh, he got stamina. They're talking about younger guys. Again, I don't think younger men should be with older women. You feel me? And they try to shame these older men for being with younger women, all because older men don't want to deal with the games, don't want to deal with the baggage, don't want to deal with the attitude. Again, they want something slim, tight. You feel me? Something that lacks a smell, a odor. After she done took Johnson for 20 years straight, do you think the box has any type of shape, any type of walls left? Again, knowing how they get down, listen, it's done. It's done, man. It's like throwing a hot dog down a hallway. Again, I never supported this. You know, when I was 15, the idea of like the whole cougar thing sounded cool, the MILF thing sounded cool until you get older. And it's like, dude, I wouldn't dare go out my way to try and get with an older woman. I don't care how attractive she looks. You know what I'm saying? If no money is coming out the situation, why? Like that's the only benefit. If it's think, yo, black man, keep it a stack. If you're just talking about strictly sex, if your options are between four women, or no matter of fact, let's keep it at two. If your options are with two women, one female is 23. Let's say she's a 6 out of 10 and 23 years old, just graduated college. And the other option is a woman who's 38 years old, 40 years old. You feel me? And let's say she's still attractive, right? You can rate her a 6 or a 7. Will you choose the 38, 40-year old who's a 7 or a 23-year-old who's a 6? 15-year difference. I'm sorry, 17-year difference. You know what I'm saying? If you want to compare that 38 or 40, I'm gonna choose the woman who's 15 years older than the younger option. For what? You can't even say more experience come with that. I don't want a woman with all that damn experience when I can go get the 23-year-old who obviously is gonna have a lower body count, right? Not to mention, you know, when older men get and hold on, let me talk about that. When older men get with younger women, for the most part, right? Not in every case, but for the most part, younger women are still in the phase of their life of trying to get things together. Again, at 23, she probably just graduated college. At 23, she probably just graduated college, which means she hasn't had too much life experience. Again, you as an older man and you're financially stable, you can come through and provide those, life experiences that someone has never had before. Again, eating at certain restaurants, traveling to certain places, dealing with guys on a certain financial level. Again, this chick who's 38, 40 years old, she done already been around the world. And mind you, she's 40 and she's still single. You as an older man, you're in your 40s and 50s, and you meet a woman in her 40s. What can you come into her life and like impress her with? You feel me? She's single at 40 for a reason, which means guys have been taking her on pound sessions. You know what I'm saying? That thing pounded out. She done already ate at all the restaurants, probably been flown over here, taken on the trip over here, bought this and bought that. You know what I'm saying? They're putting a higher expectation on you and increasing the amount of money you have to pay. That's why I always see older men. I see older men, listen, in their 30s going for women in their 20s, guys in their 40s going for women in their 20s, guys in their 50s going for women in the late 20s, early 30s, mid 30s. Again, guys in their 60s going for women in the 40s. I mean, again, no man is looking for women on his age level. I mean, I guess when you're 18, it's a difference. You know what I'm saying? Once you hit like 25, you hit 30, as a man, you're not looking for older women no more. Again, some guys might say, "Oh, it's an easy layup." I mean, I get it, but the quality isn't there, bro. I'd rather not put myself through that because, again, a lot of you dudes, again, you're just used to accepting whatever you can get, or if not, whatever you can get, the very first option. Yo, black man, that's why I be talking about increasing your standards. Upping the quality. If it means you got to go XYZ without some action, yo, use that time to focus on something else. Use that energy that you had to try and, work a deal out with a chick, put that into something productive, man. Because all of this, dealing with older women, like again, it's being normalized, and it's not normal. It's not. I don't like seeing younger men having to be forced to deal with these older women, and it's not because guys want to. It's like society is pushing them on us. They already said that by the year 2030, the majority of women are like or like 50% of them will be single and childless. Again, single and childless. So these women in their 30s and 40s right now, they pretty much want Generation Z men to save them. Huh? I know a couple of guys dealing with older women, and it's like, are you doing this because you want to? Is this the only option available to you? Again, let I just don't see why guys would pick. I mean, some guys might say, yeah, the older woman, she don't play no games. It's straightforward, and all right, I can maybe understand it a little bit, but yeah, it's no way. It's no way I'm gonna pick a 38, 40, 45-year-old woman over any female in her 20s. It doesn't make sense. Anyways, I don't support this notion. I don't support this movement. But anyways, you guys keep playing it. For all the young guys, you out here cougar chasing, you out here milf chasing. Please keep doing that, and leave all of the younger women to the guys who want some young action. We want something slim. We want something tight. We want something fresh off the assembly line. You know what I'm saying? With a new stamp on it, man. You know what I mean? But anyways, I'm out. Peace.